Howdy, and Skyrim. A game I wouldn't exactly call chill. But what if it was? That's a question I posed a while ago when I decided to take this undying video game and turn it into something completely different. A chill medieval life sim all about hunting, fishing, farming, and living a relaxing life with friends and family.
You what?
So welcome to Skyrim Living, a mod set that I spent weeks of my life researching, organizing, and comprising, with the mission to overhaul nearly every aspect of the game. Hundreds of mods, all focused on capturing this relaxing gameplay loop. But why am I doing this?
That is the question of the hour!
Well, lately I've been really into relaxing games, not hardcore action stuff. And I know nearly all of my subscribers love, so I thought, why not introduce a new way to experience the game? Mix the two together. So today, why don't we start a new character and highlight all of the changes as they come up in our adventure. And this is also the start of a new series. And as such, this video is more of an overview of what the game really is now, with future videos going in depth on certain mechanics. But keep an eye down here. A mod may pop up from time to highlight a smaller feature that I don't have time to go into full detail on. Oh, quick content warning if you've never played Skyrim before. Skyrim is rated M for mature for a reason. Think of anything mature or violent and Skyrim has it in droves. In this series I'm avoiding all of that or taking it out, but the standard game is very dark, so completely avoid it if you are not comfortable with that. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. Meet Troven. He looks like the most Viking warrior to ever Viking, but don't let that fool you. He's a softie. He's new to the land of Skyrim, but now it's time for his adventure to begin, but not as the Dragonborn. Using the mod Dragonborn Unbound, this basically allows you to change tons of settings when creating a new character, including the option to turn off being the Dragonborn. You can also just turn off dragons as well, so this is truly a world for Troven to flourish in, with no yelling old men telling me what to do, and no massive serpent creatures of darkness destroying my crops. These ruffians can deal with the trouble around here. The same mod lets you customize your starting inventory with a randomized civilian inventory, which includes 400 gold, random clothes, a woodcutter's axe, and a fishing pole. Fishing. I've expanded this greatly with a bunch of mods. I mean, when Anniversary Edition came out, this was the only video I made about it. Not the quests, weapons, or more of the new grand adventures fit for a hero. Nah, just the fishing. And here I still am. And I've given the same love to all the other activities like hunting and camping, but that will have to be covered in a future episode. And you may also notice the game looks much better for third-person gameplay. This is using a whole lot of mods to make third-person gameplay feel more in line with modern games. I think this is necessary for a life sim, simply because it loosens up and backs off the camera, so it's less intense and stiff. It feels less like I'm gonna choke slam a saber-toothed tiger. But anyways, Troven is geared up and ready to rock, so he begins to make his way towards the closest city, Whiterun. And it looks a bit different. And soon after entering the city, Troven quickly comes to the realization that he's in need of some,
remuneration.
He needs cash. A lot of cash. But how, pray tell, can Troven make some dimes? He can't go on grand adventures, raiding forts and looting bandits' trousers to earn money. Instead, we must use the sweat of our brow, the bite on a hook, and the soles of our shoes. I spent 8 hours on this. 8 hours! This is a good way to talk about progression now. There are many paths to earn money in my mod set. Fishing, hunting, crafting, missive quests, and so on. But for my dude, I specifically chose fishing and crafting. I thought it would fit my playstyle since this is what I've been seeing most of the time. I wouldn't have it any other way. To utilize this, I got delivery quests, and these provided a great excuse to get out and explore the world, looking for fishing and mining spots. While I was out, I gathered herbs to cook and sell. This gave me a unique gameplay loop that felt just like what I had planned for this series. But this was just the path I took to earn money. The other paths are probably way more frugal. This is just what I chose. And all of this actually supports leveling, because I've also changed how this works. You can now level up by doing quests in various other ways, making the leveling experience more satisfying since adventuring is toned down. But after all of my work, Troven is kinda rolling. The first thing I did was buy a horse, who was given the title Queen. I did not name her this is just off the rip, and I refuse to change it because it's beautiful. At this point, Troven was starting to make his way in the world, having good food, drink, and sleep, since that's also required with mods, making my fishing and cooking skills matter more. But he's also had some hard times, like when he tried to save this hunter and his dog from a band of no good wolves, but he failed. In the arms of But Troven is also so weak, even a mud crab can murk him. So it's probably a good thing that these aren't around. But you see, at this point Trovan is getting a little lonely. So let's talk about the additions I've added to NPCs. Firstly, I went and got Miko, his new best friend for life. So he has the love of a queen and a companion, but one thing a puppy pal cannot provide is the love of the romantic variety. Something I knew was essential for a chill, cozy life sim game. And luckily, I think Trovan might have finally found true love with Timba Whitearm. Whenever I thought of his potential spouses, I knew a warrior was a no-go, since, well, he isn't one. And characters like Ysolda don't fit this man of hard work and, fish smells. He needed a strong, no-sense gal who can eat raw fish if it sounds good. So Timba it is. But in order to wipe her up, Trovan must do her quest. Oh, her quest. Gear up, Trovan, her love doesn't come cheap. If you don't know, Timba Whitearm doesn't like bears. Like really doesn't like them. Considering she asks you to get her 10 bear pelts. Which is a lot considering how valuable they are for crafting, and buying them is hundreds of gold each. And getting them is going to pose a problem. So when working alone isn't an option, Janessa is there. Yeah, I hired a friend to take the bears down with me. And companions now have a relationship system as well. You can also choose where they live and many other options to further increase your relationship with them. But after hunting all the bears I could find, we spent a small fortune on the rest of the bear pelts. All for your love. Psst. I know I could just sell her wood and it would also work, but that's way less interesting. The last thing I did for this video was try to find a place for Trovan to rest his tired head. My wife's house is game development, so I needed my own duds. After all my adventuring, I'm a little more light in the pockets, and becoming Thane of a city is gonna be hard. So I grabbed a mob that turns this old riverside shack into a buildable home. First I had to get rid of the black saber cat guarding the house. Janessa, I choose you! Then it's time to start building, and it's slowly coming along. I've added furniture and a deck, but most exciting is my fishing boat and my fishing hatchery. I know this isn't a permanent home. Oh, by the way, this mod does have a pretty gruesome skeleton inside, so if you get this mod, just know that. It goes away when you redo the main structure. You can also just walk into the side and grab this letter to avoid it, just letting you know. So this is the current state of Trovan the Fisherman. I've had such a good time with this version of the game. Lately I've been so busy with the game I'm making, contract work that I do, and my job that I've had very little time to make videos or play games. Heck, the only games I've been playing lately are with my daughter. If you're curious, we just beat Lego Jurassic World, and we are a little halfway through Lego Marvel Superheroes. Thank God I have the ability to do this and share with all of you. I love being able to take something away from the games that I play, and this provided me a great takeaway to simply enjoy God's creation and be thankful for the peaceful times I live in. Anyways, thanks guys. See ya.